welcome back to my channel. So many of you requested me to recreate the look that I wore in my Q&A video a few weeks ago, and I thought this is a perfect look to wear for Valentine's Day, so I merged the two in one video. So if you would like to see how I created this really bronze glowy pink look, then please keep watching as I'm going to show you a tutorial on this. So let's get to it. So as always, I'm starting off with my Too Faced Shadow Insurance in Lemon Drop and making sure this is all over my eyelids. And if you guys haven't noticed already, I'm trying to grow out my eyebrows and it is paining me that I can't tweeze them. Then I'm taking this colour Vex by MAC and mixing it with a little bit of the Celestial Powder by Kevyn Aucoin and applying that as the highlight on my brow bone. And then grabbing a transition colour, so I used Bahama Mama by The Balm Cosmetics, and I just ran this across my crease of both of my eyes, and I love doing this because it helps all of the colours blend in so seamlessly together. And I always at the end try and make sure that both of my eyes are as even as possible before going on to the next step, and that's exactly what I did here. Then I took this gorgeous shade from MAC, which is called Tempting, and sprayed a flat shader brush with some Fix Plus spray just to make the product really pop and stand out. And I'm applying that to my lid, and I'm not focusing this colour in the inner or outer corners of the eyelid because I am going to go in with a different colour there. So I'm just popping this on and yeah, making sure that I'm happy with the overall colour and that both of the eyes are the same. Then taking that same Vex colour again, I'm adding that into the inner corners of my eyes. So I'm concentrating this on my eyelid because we're going to go in again and put it on underneath once we've done the rest of the face. But as you can see here, it gives the most gorgeous inner corner highlight like ever. And I'm just making sure that both of those are even as well. And the next step is grabbing my L'Oreal Smoke Kiss Me eyeliner, which I'm obsessed with recently. And it basically has all of the product in the lid, and it's kind of like a powder form. And I'm applying this in a baby triangle shape just on the outer corners like you can see here. And doesn't matter if this is messy or anything like that, you just want to make sure that you've got enough product on both eyes, and I'm making sure that it's both even. Then taking a fluffy brush, I am just blending that colour out so it gives the slightest kind of bit of 3D effect to the eye so it doesn't look super flat. And oh, I cannot tell you how much I'm obsessed with this eye look recently. It's like the look that I just always go for when I want to wear any eyeshadow. Then grabbing a little bit more of the Bahama Mama bronzer and just running that across my crease again just to make sure everything is nice and blended. Next, onto the lashes, I'm grabbing my MAC eyelash curlers and curling my lashes. I do this weird thing where I pump it like 10 times and leave it for 5 seconds. I'm thinking about doing a mascara routine as well, so hopefully I can show you like an in-depth kind of review, tutorial, whatever you call it, of how I apply my mascara. And then grabbing this Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, which I have been also obsessed with as a day-to-day mascara because it's absolutely fab, and I'm putting that on my lashes. And then I did the same to the other lash, so I curled it and then went in straight with the mascara. I didn't bother putting 2 layers of mascara on because I went in with my Giselle Huda Beauty lashes and popped some of them on off camera, and then grabbing my Urban Decay Perversion eyeliner, I am just tight lining my upper waterlines. Now onto the face, I'm taking my Clinique Moisture Surge and mixing a little bit of MAC's Strobe Cream just to give my face a really nice kind of glow to it underneath my foundation. So here I've popped the MAC Strobe Cream and then putting a bit of the Clinique Moisture Surge on top and blending that into my skin. And I did leave this for a couple of minutes just so that it could set into my skin and it was nice and moisturised and looking glowy. Next up, I'm taking my EX1 foundations in the shade 200 and 500 and using that as a contour. So I'm taking the darker shade first and applying that to the areas where I would generally contour my face. I actually love contouring with foundations, so if you would like to see a foundation contour routine, then please let me know because I'm more than happy to do one. So yep, just applying this on to the usual contouring places, my cheekbones, around my jawline, my hairline and my nose. Then I'm taking the lighter shade and basically filling in the gaps. So wherever I've not applied the contour, I'm applying this shade on. So yeah, this is kind of my actual skin color, so it's not doing any kind of highlighting or anything like that for me. So to add that extra bit of highlight to the areas that I wanted it to, I took my Sephora Smoothing and Brightening Concealer and popped that on underneath my eyelids and underneath my eyes, and I popped that on in kind of like that usual triangle shape. And as you probably guessed, I'm pretty much applying it on top of the areas where I applied that lighter shade of foundation, just to give it that highlighted effect, and also not forgetting just underneath the contour to make it pop. Right, so the next thing I do is I take two separate brushes. So I take one brush for the highlight and one brush for the contour. I'm going in with the brush that I'm using for the highlight and simply blending that all into my skin. You can use a beauty blender if you want, but I just prefer using brushes when I am contouring and highlighting with foundations. Just making sure that everything is nice and blended. Don't worry if it's messy, because we can always fix it at the end. But just make sure it's as blended as you can get it, like I am doing right here. Then taking my other brush and spraying a little bit of Fix Plus spray on it, just to help me blend that contour in. So I'm just going in the areas where I had contoured and blending away. Like I said, if you do want me to do an in-depth kind of contouring and highlighting with foundations routine, please leave me a comment or give this video a thumbs up so I will film one for you guys. Then I'm going in with the same brush that I used for the highlight and lighter foundation and making sure that all is blended and making sure there's no like weird harsh lines going around my face, just so that it looks super natural. And like you can see here, it literally looks like I've like full on contoured my face, but it's all done with foundations. Then taking my usual banana powder and setting everywhere that I have highlighted. And yeah, so pretty much underneath my eyes, just above my jawline, and like the T-zone of my face. Then to set the contour, I did go in with a powder contour because I love doing this, and I took my Natural Collection eyeshadow in Crushed Walnut and just slightly popped that onto the hollows of my cheeks. And yes, I love this colour, and it's only £2 from Boots, and it's pretty amazing. It's one of the best cool toned contours that I've ever used. And yeah, just applying that on to my hairline and my jawline as well. So for the cheeks, I use this gorgeous cream blusher by Topshop, and I can't remember the name off by heart, but I will leave a link to it in the info box below. It's basically a dupe for the MAC Stereo Rose, which I have done a blog post on, so I'll leave a link to that as well. But it just leaves your skin and your cheeks looking so glowy and so amazing. To add a bit of highlight, I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin Celestial Powder and popping that onto the high points of my cheeks, and I just feel like this highlighter and that Topshop cream blush are a match made in heaven. It is amazing, and it makes my cheeks look so glowy, it's just unreal. And then just applying that on to the usual highlighting points. And taking this nude Scandalized Rimmel eyeliner, I am just lining my waterline, and I've kind of found that this is maybe like a new formulation because this lasts on my lower lash line so much better than my old one did. Then sorting out the lower lash line, I am taking the same Vex eyeshadow and just applying that underneath the inner corners of my eyes and making sure that they are as even as possible, just to give it that extra kind of open-eyed look. And then grabbing the same Bahama Mama powder and running that across the rest of my lash line basically, just to give it that nice kind of rounded finished effect. Then taking the same Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, I'm putting that on my lower lashes, and this is such a good everyday mascara. Like, it's just amazing. It makes my eyelashes look incredible, I'm not gonna lie. But I did do 2 layers of this on my lashes because we all know how much I love putting mascara on my lower lashes. Next up is the lips. So I'm taking this MAC lip pencil here in the shade Soar, and I am lining my lips and slightly also filling them in. I've become obsessed with this lip liner. But yeah, it's a very nice kind of neutrally My Lips But Better shade. And then to give it that pinky look, I applied the Stila liquid lipstick in the shade Bellissima all over my lips, and pretty much applied it and then blended it in with my fingers to make sure that it was nice and seamless. And just to make it a little bit more pinkish, I don't know why I did this, but I went in with this lipstick here by MAC, which is in the shade Please Me, which is such a gorgeous everyday kind of pinky, kind of like a baby pinky, milky colour. It's really, really gorgeous. And then to set the whole look, I went in with my Urban Decay setting spray and sprayed this all over my face. And that, you guys, is the end of this tutorial. I really, really hope you liked it. It's a perfect, like, sultry yet pinky look to wear for Valentine's Day. And yeah, I just love wearing this makeup look recently, so I thought I'd share it with you. And I would also like to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day in advance. No matter what you're doing, just remember to spread the love to all of your loved ones in your family. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and watch out for another Valentine's Day look on my channel next week. So I will see you all soon. Bye!